I don't know how we live, actually. It's really crazy. Good evening and welcome to this special program this evening on NDTV 24/7. Well, 48 hours after bombs ripped through the city of Karachi, Pakistan is still on the boil. Benazir Bhutto's homecoming has been a bloody one. The political leader who spent 8 years in exile and now hopes that she could be elected as Prime Minister of Pakistan for the third time has pointed a straight finger at elements within the government, including Pakistan's intelligence chief, whom she believes were responsible in some way for the assassination bid on her life. On this program this evening, with a special panel from New Delhi, Karachi and Islamabad, we're exploring what the aftermath of these blasts in Pakistan means, not just for the political future of Pakistan, but also for the future of South Asia, what it means for the Indo-Pak peace process, in fact, what it means for India. The question we're asking this evening, as we look at the subcontinental drift, can India afford to ignore the turmoil in Pakistan? Can we treat this as Pakistan's internal business, or do we now need to take some sort of position? Write in with your comments, SMS us at 56388 and we'll run your comments through the length of the show. You can also log on to our website and post your comments there. We'll be broadcasting them as this show unravels. Well, as I said, we've got a very special panel from both Delhi, Karachi and Islamabad. In the studio with me, Dr. Stephen Cohen from the Brookings Institute, a well-known author of books on Pakistan, a keen watcher of politics in the subcontinent, very experienced diplomat and former Foreign Secretary of India, Ambassador Lalit Mansingh. We're also going to be crossing over to Karachi very, very soon, where we'll be joined by Sherry Rehman, who was with Benazir the night that assassination bid took place. She was, in fact, in the truck riding with Benazir Bhutto. And we'll also be joined, as the program unravels, from Sheikh Rashid, who is, of course, Pakistan's railway minister, the very, very voluble and always outspoken railway minister. And I can also see up there in my plasma Farooq Abdullah joining us from Jammu on what this means in some ways that peace process between India and Pakistan has virtually gone into cold storage ever since the internal turmoil in Pakistan began. Let me start with you, Dr. Stephen Cohen. What happens in Pakistan next? What do you see happening? Is this deal that Benazir's actually brokered with the general tenable? Because one view is Benazir becomes something of a heroine now. And the other view is this is a sign of how dangerous and how difficult and how untenable her return is going to be.
I think both of those are correct, in that her return was marked by incredible courage and bravery on her part. She was out in the streets of Karachi today visiting widows at the prayer services. But on the other hand, she's going to be faced with a problem in terms of fitting into the military's idea of who should govern Pakistan, dealing with other politicians. I think it's better this time around than the previous troika, but still, there's going to be a lot of uncertainty in Pakistan.
Would you share that assessment, Mr. Mansingh? You know, the cynics are already out, including her niece, Fatima Bhutto, who today said 139 people died because of what she called Benazir Bhutto's personal theatre, questioning why Bhutto needed to do this grand procession through the streets of Karachi. Is that sort of uncharitable?
Well, you know, Pakistan is always full of surprises. Very difficult to predict what's going to happen. Now, this particular case is not just an arranged marriage. It's a forced marriage.
Forced by the Americans, many
Forced
believe.
by the Americans at gunpoint, having a life.
At gunpoint?
Well, more or less.
The groom and the bride seem quite willing in this case.
Behind the scenes, I think the mood was different. But will it work out? I don't know. The track record of Musharraf or track record of Benazir Bhutto doesn't give us any indication of whether this chemistry is likely to work or not. And come to face it, this is probably one of the worst crises hitting Pakistan. It's a deeply polarized nation between the supporters of democracy and the supporters of continuation of military rule, between religious extremists and the moderates, between Sindhis, Baluchis, Pashtuns. So you have an amazingly complex situation.
So you're saying it's anybody's guess what happens next?
I think it's totally unpredictable.